Welcome to this Insight to Go focused on strategic communication. My name is Amanda Young Hickman. I'm a partner at Insight Experience, and I've spent my entire career teaching and coaching leaders across a wide range of industries as they've taken on larger and larger leadership roles. And as I've worked with those leaders, I've come to believe that their ability to communicate, their ability particularly to share strategy in a clear, powerful, and effective way, makes an enormous difference in their success. Nitin Noria, the dean of Harvard Business School, said, "Communication is the real work of leadership." And I think that's true. It's the work that ultimately enables you to lead a larger scale organization, enables you to make big ideas come to life, and it's work. You need to pay attention to what you're saying, to what people are hearing, and to how ultimately your message is landing across an organization. So given how important it is, how can leaders improve their strategic communication? I think there are three important things to keep in mind. The first is that strategic communication doesn't start with the speaker. As leaders, we often spend an enormous amount of time polishing our presentation skills, polishing our message, rewriting our slides, revising what we're going to present. And in fact, the most important place to start is not there. The most important place to start is with our audience, is with the people that we're speaking to. What do they understand today? What do they need to understand about tomorrow? What will they be concerned about? What will they be excited about? If you simply start by saying, what do my employees need to hear, as opposed to what do I need to say, your communication will improve dramatically. Second, strategic communication includes 4 dimensions. These dimensions reinforce each other in order to increase the impact of your strategic communication. As I talk about them, think about a message that you've been on the receiving end of, and I'll bet it included all 4 of these elements. The first is content and context, a clear message that includes not just the what, but also the how and the why. It includes the reasoning behind a direction or a decision so that people can understand why that direction was chosen. Second, it's consistent. It's consistent to what employees are seeing in the actions of the organization and hearing from others or hearing over time. In those situations where, in fact, you have to communicate a decision that may be inconsistent with something that you've said in the past, it's important to be transparent and open about why a direction or decision has changed and help people understand the reasoning for that shift. Third, it includes empathy and energy. It speaks to people's feelings as well as their thinking. It acknowledges if there's a tough ask, and it motivates people with passion and enthusiasm for a new opportunity. Fourth, it's clear about how employees can act on that message. What's expected of them? What can they do? How can they contribute given the message that you're communicating? A powerful message includes all 4 of these elements. Thirdly, it's important to remember that strategic communication happens all the time. Often, we invest an enormous amount of energy in our proactive opportunities to communicate, whether it's an all-hands meeting or a team meeting or a presentation. We want to make sure that our presentation and our communication is as effective as possible. It's important to remember, however, that when we communicate, it's sometimes the opportunities for the reactive, offhand answering a question, stop by a desk conversation that can have as powerful an impact on our employees as those proactive, structured, scheduled events. So being conscious of and aware of the fact that you're communicating all the time can make a big difference in the effectiveness of your strategic communication as a leader. What's the benefit of being able to do this effectively? What's the benefit of focusing on and growing your strategic communication skills? First, it's speed. With a clear message and clear communication from leaders, the organization can get down to business. People can take action, there's little rework, people understand what to do and how to get going. Second, with a clear message, your employees and team can bring their vision and creativity. They can build on that message with all sorts of ideas that you haven't ever thought of about how to execute that idea, put it into practice, and deliver value for your customers. Third, everyone in the organization understands where they fit. When they understand where they fit and how they can contribute, they ultimately free up your time as a leader to think about what's next, to begin to move to the next horizon for the organization as they execute on the strategy and direction that you've set and communicated so effectively. Jim Rohn, the author of The Power of Ambition, has said, "If you just communicate, you can get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles." Communication is one of the greatest levers and tools that you have in your toolkit as a leader.